to be observed by Honorable Justice Sri Venkatacharya, if he does not mind. No,
Please.
I pray to be forgiven for asking this question because I begin and the Honorable Chief Justice Sri G.S. Singhvi, he has protected them from prosecution and punishment, and in the process he has committed criminal offences punishable under section 219, 218, 217, 175, 176, etc. of IPC. And he gave me 4 contempt notices, and I answered in all those cases, and he refused to hear me, and he taught me to hear me, and he is not allowing the case to come up. I gave a telegram to the Chief Justice Supreme Court against his elevation. This is the case. He is a charge officer. He has committed criminal offences. He is liable for prosecution. You are elevating him to Chief Justice as justice. And so I only pray that the matter should be brought to the notice of the Chief Justice, my Lord. That is the only thing I want.
This is a matter which is not germane to the seminar today. This is an independent matter.
Yes,
and I am a bird of passage. I won't be able to do anything even to understand what the implications of your predicament are. Kindly pardon me, I have not been able to do anything.
No, I only.
Sir, I am Dr. Narasimha Reddy, Assistant Director, Human Husbandry, retired. I want to put one question to Dr. Ashok Kumar Chatterjee. Is it that yours, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi, Brahmaguru Brahmayavayateva, Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina? Is that the view? You view the world this way? That means those who are performing Hyman, the Hyman itself, and the light waters that come out, there are nothing but Brahma. You view the same thing, sir?
From whom? From the Swami you want?
Yes.
The Brahma and the Brahmo, both are different. Brahma is one of the deity, and Brahma has no synonym because it is a non-dual. So both are not the same. So we cannot mingle with the both same. So it is deity cannot be the all-pervasive. Brahma is all-pervasive. It is a static state of the prana. Probably you have something misunderstanding. It is not correct. Brahma is the separate, Brahma is the separate. So Brahma is the deity, and Brahma is not the deity. It is the all-pervasiveness, and it is the static state of your own prana and the prana of the total universe. Who is the creator? Who is holding everyone? Not only the human being, I have told you, the total creation who is holding. He is the Brahma, the Brahmo. So Brahma is the deity, and Brahmo is not the deity. It is beyond the deity state.
I put a question to Sri Ashok Kumar Chatterjee. Yoga means they think only doing pranayama or some asanas. But your life is different from learning yoga. So are many people, are all people in the organization or in any organization, they are following yogic life. Abhayam sattva samkrutihe, jnana yoga vyavastitihe, danam namaste yajnascha, swadhyaya stapatram, ahimsa satyam akrodha, chagacchati rapaigunam, daya bhuteshwaravaluktam, martavam herachhatam. Teja Kshama Dvidihi Adrojo Nadimadha Bhavanti Sampadan Daivam Abhijatasya Bharata. So, these are given in Bhagavad Gita. So every organization teaches like that. So service to humanity, service to others is service to God as we said. So doing continuous service only is the main that is yogic life. So if you go on doing service, yoga will go, all many things will go, and doing involving service is definitely yogic life, and it is possible. All the people, is there a way to make every members of the organization to lead that path?
That yoga is the all-pervasive and the universal truth. So, yoga means to unite ourselves with the absolute truth, the origin, from where we have started and how we have to reach there. Suppose the river started, young people are saying, river started from the hills, Himalayas. But it is not the said by the science. It is not the science. Science says the river started from the sea. If there is no sea, so there is no water. So like a steam, then the cloud, then touch the hill, become the snows. Every step is changing its names, and every step is changing its shapes also. Then little bit fountain, then the bigger fountain, then the land, then the water came out from the hillside to the plain land, and then slowly it has become wild, and it is lastly it will merge with this absolute sea. Why is this origin? So river is the origin of the sea. If there will be no sea, so there will be no origin. There will be no river. There will be no cloud. There will be no snow. Everything will absent. Similarly, if there is no static state of the prana, which is called Brahma, Nishchalang Brahma Uchate, so there will be nothing. All the creations created from the static state. It is nothingness. It is saying, it is teaching us to the kinetic states of our own prana. So this is the kinetic state. This play is the kinetic. But there is no kinetic. There is no play. So all will become the oneness. So there is no God, there is no man, there is no creation. Airplane will go, let the train will go, let the earth will move. But I shall try by myself to be the static. This is the Jogakal Karma Sukausalam. There is no question of any argument. It is the truth, which is the Sanatana Dharma science that I have narrated here. Thank you.
I am putting a question to Ashok Kumar. Will you please explain the meaning and relevance of Asau Aditya Brahma from Sandhyavandana Mantra?
Sun. Aditya means the sun, but not this sun. This sun, one day it has born, definitely one day it will abolish. But the sun, which is the eternal sun, it is inherent within the total creation. The real sun is within all of us. Suppose the Gita has told, Bhagavad Gita, Divishu Jasasarshati Divasa Trishi. The sun, Arjuna described about the God. The sun is on the sky. These type of thousand suns appear at the same time on the sky. It can be equivalent with you. What is the meaning? What is the meaning behind it? Jabakun Susankasan Kasapeyang Mahatutin is the Jabakun Susankasan. Like the Jabakun, Jaba flower is very red. It is looking like the red. So at the time of rising the sun and at the time of setting the sun, it looks like red. The red is the blood color. So when it is rising and when it is the setting, it is the red. But in the middle portion, mid-time, it is not the red. It is like a golden color. The mind, one means the mind. When there will be no kinetic mind, that state means the manmana state. According to the Bhagavad Gita, it is the manmana state. That is the mantra. Manmana means take the mind and mix with the mind. Take the kinetic mind and mix with the non-kinetic mind, the static mind. So, manmana bhavo madhat madhyaji magnamasu. Manmana. Take the mind, kinetic mind, and mix with the non-kinetic mind. That state, when the yogi will come into this state, by practicing of this Brahma Sadha more and more, then he will get the manmana state. Manmana bhavo, in this world. Manmana bhavo madbhakta. He will be the real bhakta. He will be the real bhakta. When the state of non-kinetic mind will come, then he will be the real bhakta. Whose bhakta? Not the bhakta of the Krishna, but he will be till now, he is the bhakta of his body, mind and the senses. Then, that state, he will be the bhakta of the beyond the kinetic state. So, it is very, very intrinsic inherent science. This is the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. So, when he will achieve, when he will get this type of state, then he will call manmana. Bhavo is dunya mein. Jo bhakt will get this type of state, this manmana state. Madbhakta, he will be the true bhakta, to whom, not the Krishna. He will be the Diden, he will be the bhakta of his own prana, of his own soul. Madbhakta, then he will be the real bhakta of his own. Mad means the own, not the Krishna. If I think it's the Krishna, it will be dwell. Dwell is the root cause of all sorrows. It has very clearly told in our Vedanta Darsanam. So anyhow we have to go beyond the kinetic. So anyhow we have to go beyond the non-dual, beyond the kinetic state. So then he will be the real bhakta. When there is no body senses, like the Valmiki Muni, the insect covered the mind. What is this? This is the symbol. Then he will be, when your body senses will go, this is the Patram Puspam Phalam Tuvam, Jo Me Bhakta Prajachati. This is the Patram. Patram means the symbol of the tree, where which tree has no the Patram. We cannot identify what is the tree. So, when the tree full of the leaves are there, then we can identify it is the mango tree. It is the apple tree. If there is absence of the leaves, we cannot identify. Similarly, Patram means four things God asked our to give him. So Patram means to give the tree. What is the tree? Urdhanulang adosakam asatta prahurabbayam. This is the inherent meaning of the Gita. It is very, very intrinsic. No people understanding except the yogi, they know the Gita. It is impossible for them. That's why Krishna has told, oh Arjuna, you try to become a yogi. Then you will know myself totally. That I have told earlier. So, Patra, when we have given this total body senses, then at the state, I have to give the Puspam. Puspam means the flower. Puspam means the beauty. Then, when the yogi has gone beyond the body senses, then what is the beauty is present in front of him? Only the soul envisioning. It is the highest beauty. So So there is nothingness. Then we reach to the nothingness state. Then you have to give the beauty. What is the beauty? The soul envision. How nice is this? How powerful is this? How nice is this? It is impossible to realize in this world. It is the intrinsic, inherent realization of the yogi. That's why pranayama mahadharma vedanama pagochara. This pranayama, apane jyoti pranam, prane prana tatha pare. This is the only pranayama in our Sanatana Dharma, not this exercise of the tongue and nose. No. It is external. We are taking always inhale and exhale. It is not the new thing. Till I born, it has started. And when we die, it will stop automatically. So it is the nature. So I have to go beyond the nature. But there is no nature. So then you have to offer to the lotus feet of the Lord, to the beauty which is finding in front of you. Keep it. Offer it. First item, to give the body senses. Second item, what is envisioning in front of it, you take that. Oh Lord, I have nothing to take anything. No need I have. This is the tyaga. This is the forgiveness. Do anything. But he will not show any magic. The real yogi, the true yogi will never show any magic. All the 56 yogis will show that this is this thing. You take it. Yogi is the ever powerful. He can give anything. He can do anything. But he will not do anything. He has the innumerable power, but he will not show anything. He will not give anything. Then when the yoga Satyam has offered, then fourth item you have to do. You have to give to the lotus feet of God. Means the soul. God means the soul, the prana, the atma. The fourth item is the toam. Toam means the water. Water is shapeless. It has no shape. If you pour in the glass, it will take on the glass shape. If it is poured on the river, it will take the shape of the river. If it is poured on the sea, it will take the shapeless. So, the shapeless. What is the shapeless? The Brahma, not the Brahma. The Brahma is the shapeless. Then he has to, that yogi, the last item, will offer the shapeless, the Brahma knowledge. No, Lord, I do not know anything knowledge. Because now I am beyond everything. That nothingness is the God, that nothingness is the yourself, that nothingness is the truth. Okay?
The power of the sun. I forgot to mention, I wanted to mention that, our old values give us 4 or 5 types of rinas. Rishi rina, Pitru rina, Deva rina, Manusha rina, Bhuta rina. Rina means indebtedness. Today, of course, in the modern world of globalization, only debt is the debt from the World Bank or from the America. But we don't recognize this certain forms of indebtedness. So one indebtedness which we all carry as human beings, as Guruji said, as Manavas, is indebtedness to our ancestors. Every time we say, I come from Bharadwaj Rishi, I am indebted to him. I come from this God. God has given everything. So they recognize that the sun is the source of all existence on the world. And even our Gayatri mantra is the most simplest mantra. See, the Guru said, Tat savituhu varenyam bhargaha devasya dhimahi dhiyo yona prachodayat. So that Lord existing inside that mandala, Surya Mandala, in the morning time you can see the Surya Mandala. So even the Dhyana Sloka, Dehe Sada Savitra Mandala Madhyavarte, I am not supposed to recite all of this in this dress and all that. But it says, you conceive of Lord Narayana sitting on the lotus seat and he is there. So Asava Adityo Brahma, the one sun which you are seeing in the early morning, offering your water, or Baba Ramdev says, it has got scientific value. If you throw water and the sun rays come through that water into your eyes, your eyesight will be improved. So there are many scientific elements in it. Apart from that, this way of ablution to the Lord Sun, so the sun which you are seeing is the source of all energy. Brahma here means Brahanto hi asmin gunaha iti Brahma. The one who is perfect in all powers, in all energy. Whether you see him or not is immaterial. So the sun, as you see him today, is the source of all energy. So that is the Gayatri mantra which comes later. And also there, see, in all these entities, our divinification that we do, that is in every entity, there is divine entity. River there is a goddess. And that goddess is governed by the Supreme Lord. No, we are all sort of, so if everyone really gets that motivation as a result of this prayer, then the world, the values will not be collapsing. That is the meaning of Asau Adityaha Brahma. The one sun which you are seeing is Brahma. No, it's okay.
Finishing in time, and just a small announcement to be made. There was an interview telecast of Baba will be done at 10:30 on ETV Bangla. So people who are watching the channel and who are having that channel, they can watch it at 10:30 and they can pass the same message back home. Yeah, it will be today 10:30. 10:30 in the night. Today it will be telecast at on ETV Bangla. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now the question is, have we achieved what we had set to achieve? And for this, I would request our chief guest, Justice Venkatachalaya, to kindly conclude, or can I say just pass his judgment regarding the views which have been expressed today.
The most unjust judgment ever passed by Justice Venkatachalaya. Delegating this responsibility. Now, after almost a session of 5 hours, we have heard various views and perceptions, various perceptions. I am of the personal opinion that there is no final word in these matters. Ultimately, they are all views expressed from time to time. But in the process of exchange of these views, if all of us, or at least some of us, have benefited by 1 degree, the purpose of this seminar is achieved according to me. And I'm sure that much of achievement is certainly there today.
The discussions, the questions and answers, and the eminent expositions made by learned speakers, and ultimately crowned by the clarifications and the speech of the Guruji, we may take it as the consensus of the House that there is a pervasive degradation of human values in all fields, social, political, intellectual, moral, and other fields. And this is one of the unintended results. Not science and technology doesn't intend to degrade man's spiritual values. This is one of the unintended byproducts of the ethic neutrality, the rationalism of science produces. It is not science and technology that produce that kind of cynicism to values. It is in the sense in which, in any sense, even the great Shankara said, if somebody tells me, if the Vedas say 100 times that the Agni is Shitala, that is, Agni is cold, I ask everybody not to believe it. But he adds, I'm sure Vedamata doesn't say that, therefore I have the confidence of asserting this. So, all sections of philosophy, philosophers say, as the manifest world, you can't say it's unreal. Manifest is real as an objective thing. the Heisenberg's indeterminacy is another matter. But the question is, how do we, what is the next thing? Is there a future at all? There is a degradation as a result of many things. Mostly attachment to material things, excessive obsession with consumerism. Think that all our wants are our needs. They are not. Live a frugal, humble, satisfied, contented life. It will not damage the environment, create competition amongst people. 5% of America, 5% of the world's population is the American population. They use 55% of the world's material resources. And now China has overtaken the United States of America in carbon emission into the atmosphere. 2007 is the year in which China has exceeded America in the pollution race. And as a result of all this, there is going to be moral, material, environmental, absolute degradation and perdition. Now the question is there a future? All the London speakers expressed that there is a future for mankind, provided with a big proviso that they do not misuse the environment. If you already the Intergovernmental Committee on Global Warming, they have Pacholi's committee, in its report they say if we don't take precaution, disaster is in the making. The Alaskan ice is melting, the glacier, the Himalayan Gangotri glacier is receding at an alarming pace. All this will happen and there will be a disaster. And how do we what is the relationship between the process of saving the planet and ourselves and future of mankind? You can't be, India alone will survive, other countries will not survive because they don't believe in God. It's not going to cut ties. It's a global family. The whole world is united. And if that is so, at least the leaders who make public opinion, who guide the destinies of countries, must understand the importance of some kind of a soul-elevating process which can only come from yoga and the way in which the masters decided. Therefore, we can safely conclude that as the consensus that there is an extreme amount of degradation of values, of human values. And I personally believe, contrary, perhaps I may not agree with the Vice Chancellor sitting at the other end, that values and practices are different. Values are what we practice. If we don't practice at all, some value in some book somewhere is not a value. It is a statement in a book. It is something like our culling out the most esoteric expressions, lofty expressions from all constitutions in the world and make it, print it in gold and put it in the form of a book. We are not going to give ourselves a constitution, we are giving ourselves a book. A book is as weighty, as important as the message, the live message it communicates. Therefore, the practices have been despicable. And our understanding on one side, why did we not win any war? 1,000 years of slavery. All this is not consistent with the statement lofty values. All religions have lofty values. If there is a wonderful book which Bhagwan Das was a Bharat Ratna about essential unity of all religions.
No, here I will object you, sir. Here I will object you.
Please.
Value is always value. Value is always
No,
value.
true. That's what the Vice Chancellor said. Values are in the book. Please, let me say what I will modify it because there will be a consensus. Values as a concept, yes. As a concept, yes. But as we practice, and what we have practiced, we know. and why this country was impoverished, we know. And if you wed yourself to a state of poverty, because that's going to deliver you from from your mortal condition, this is a different thing. Young men don't accept it today.
Because we talk about value. Book of the Hour is entirely different to Book of of our times. So Bhagavad Gita is of our time. But whereas the newspaper and all the things is Book of the Hour only. So here value is different.
I am not speaking of the great epic in the Bhagavad Gita, the values,
Skepticism.
philosophy of Bhagavad Gita.
Skepticism. When we are discussing about optimism and all the things, don't go to skepticism.
And all that I am saying is, unless these values are internalized and practiced, they cease to be values. They are somewhere in a document. You see, most of our people don't know what Gita contains. We know broadly from our teachers or parents what it is. Some of us have read the Gita, some of us may not have read the Gitas. But the important thing is that what is the way out? The Indian system of yoga, particularly the Kriya Yoga, which every system of philosophy is extolled. There are various interpretations of the Kriya Yoga. I've looked into some of them, and unfortunately, there are many interpretations of this Kriya Yoga which are not reconcilable in one platform. Many people, there are teachers of Kriya Yoga who convey a kind of pranayama, what they call the Bandhatraya pranayama, with the Mula Bandha and the Udyana Bandha and the Jalandhar Bandha. So many people propagate this thing. But the real thing, that's the various diversity of this practice. But the real core of it comes directly from the great master himself, through his own lineage. And this is the lineage from the master himself. And this practice of this, propagation of this, the propagation of this philosophy will ensure the process of preservation of values and will provide for a bright future for the country and for the world. This we may take it as the consensus of the assembly here. We may end on a positive note that notwithstanding the degradation of values, there is a future for India and to India, to the world. That's the thing which perhaps the conclusion which I hope the Master will bless and say that may be the broad consensus of this seminar.
And a small boy, and he was just sitting like that, and he's almost dying. The vulture is waiting there, and she's waiting for the boy to die. And this picture had got the Best Photography Award. And below that it was written that the photographer had written that after seeing all this, he realized that he should not waste food and regarding basically wasting of food. And even I saw the picture and I called my son. Even I wanted to pass the same message to him. See, you waste food, we give you, and this is what you do. We have to throw the food, you should not. See what this picture is talking about. Had this food be given to this small boy, he would have survived. And what my son told me, he told me, and I told him also that this man was given the Best Photography Award. He told me, Mama, what was this man doing? He was clicking picture when this boy was dying. And this is what my son told me. This didn't strike me, it struck him. And he said, you're saying this man has been given the Best Photography Award? He couldn't save this child. He should have gone, instead of the clicking picture, he should have gone and given this boy food. And this is what the younger generations, probably we have all hopes on them who's going to guide us and show us the path. Thank you. And there are lots of people who are to be thanked for organizing this seminar. And to convey the vote of thanks, I would now request Mr. C.V.H. Prasad, Secretary of the Mission, to kindly deliver the vote.
Justice M. N. Venkatachalaya ji, Dr. T. N. Chaturvedi ji, Justice J. Chalameshwar ji, Dr. V. R. Panchmukhi ji, Dr. H. Satpathy ji, and Pran Purush, our beloved Gurudev, Dr. Ashok Kumar Chatterjee, and the august audience. We have come to the end of a great and eventful evening, and this is the time to offer our gratitude to all the persons involved and responsible for making this a grand success. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that whenever there is a degradation of values, God Himself will take a form and to uphold the Dharma. We have witnessed the same today, this evening. The dignitaries, really the God in human form, have sent forth a powerful message for the mankind for their upliftment. And I hope this message will spread and find an echo from like-minded people across the world, and ultimately we usher in such a day. We thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and gracing this occasion. Yogiraj Shyamachan Sanatan Mission is truly honored with your presence. Thank you very much, sir. And we thank the Central Committee and especially the Working President Srimati Joydeep Kapoor, the Chief Architect behind this seminar, for her watchful guidance and advice in giving this seminar a form. Thank you, madam. The seminar of this financial, and we thank our donors and the patrons for supporting us all along and contributing for a just cause. Thank you very much, sir. There are various agencies that are involved in conducting this function. Firstly, I thank the Mira Events, the event management firm, who have shown a lot of patience in ensuring our company and ultimately transformed our ideas into reality. Thank you very much, Captain Anand. I thank the media, both print media as well as digital media, for covering this event and giving this wide publicity. I thank the management of Gandhi Medical College for providing the auditorium facility and also the logistic support. I thank Government of Andhra Pradesh and especially the Police Department for giving us the necessary permissions and providing the security to all the dignitaries in this event. Thank you very much, sir. And then I thank my fellow Priya ones for their tireless efforts and the necessary support. Thank you very much. And your smiling faces made us forget the burden, of course. Thank you very much. I thank the audience for attending the function, especially on a Sunday afternoon, and then sitting through the entire duration and making this function lively. Thank you very much. Finally, I am tempted to quote a verse from Bhagavad Gita. It said, there are about 5 causes in carrying out any activity. Adhishtanam tadha karta karanancha pudakvidham vividhasya pudakchesta daivam chaivatra panchama. And among these, the most important cause behind all activity, the cause of all causes is a God. And finally, I thank the God personified, beloved Gurudeva, Ashok Kumar Chatterjee, for making this function a grand success. Jai Gurudev.
One minute, sir. Video is.
It's okay. All right.